It's 7 p.m. Friday, 95 degrees. Just kidding, it's actually not. It's 7 p.m. Sunday, and it is nowhere even close to 95 degrees. It's more like 925 degrees. That's about it. Either way, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mark Roden, and in today's video, we are going to be going over the top 10 cars that look good in pictures, but boring in person to me, because this is obviously all personal preference. It's a looks thing. You could think the Geo Metro is the best looking car in the world, and I'm going to disagree with you on that, but that's totally fine. You can think whatever you want to think, okay? So I just want to make that out abundantly clear before I get into the video, just in case somebody owns one of these cars in this video. Hey man, it's just my personal opinion. You know what I mean? Like, if you like the car, that's awesome. That's awesome. I like 350Zs. I think they look great. There have been hundreds of people who said 350Zs look awesome, or ugly. I mean, my bad. And so, you know, it's just personal preference. It's just personal preference. Either way, movie of the day is the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. Third Hunger Games movie. We have done the first two, and yep, that's right, the third one is good as well. And spoiler alert for the next video, it's probably going to be Mockingjay Part 2. Oh boy, that's right. I like these movies, man. I like them. Call me a teenage girl all you want. I like the movies. Either way, in the comments, top of the comments below, is going to be my comment from my new channel called Giggity Plays. If you guys are interested, go check that out. I will be uploading gameplay videos and stuff like that in the future, so if you're interested, it's down there. Without further ado, let's get right into it with the top 10 though, and coming in at number 10. And that's going to be going to the DMC DeLorean, or the DeLorean DMC 12, whatever the hell they're calling this thing nowadays. I don't know. I saw one of these in person. I want to make, oh, I should have mentioned this in the intro, but I was trying to keep my yapping to a minimum. Are you guys happy with my yapping amounts? I feel like lately I've been doing pretty good with the amount of yap I do. But yeah, something I wanted to mention in the intro is obviously I haven't seen every car in person, so I can't really say like every single one of them, but the ones on this list are all the ones that I have seen in person and were just a little bit disappointing. And the DMC DeLorean is easily one of those. Dude, this car I thought was going to be so much cooler. It just looks horrible. I don't think it looks like one of those cars where when it drove by me, I was like, it looks uncomfortable. It has like the same like Tesla Cybertruck silver paint to it as well, and the paint looks horrible. I mean, it could have just been the one I saw, but I feel like in every picture I see of DMC DeLoreans, they always have this like, it looks like they took the car through a car wash like 15 times. Like, it just looks like it's so smudged and greasy and just not good at all. I was not a fan of the looks of the DMC DeLorean. Oh, coming in at 9th place, this one's gonna hurt some feelings. I know it is, because this is like a really popular car right now. 9th place is going to the Audi RS3, both of them, the 8Y and the 8Vs. I don't see the appeal behind these, man. I saw one in person, and the one I saw was even modified too, and it was tastefully modified. It wasn't like crazy or racer or anything like that. It was a tastefully modified RS3. I've seen multiples of these at this point, obviously, and never have I ever been like, wow, that's a gorgeous car, I really want to own one. I think my biggest gripe with the RS3 is they're just small. They're just, which makes sense. That's what they're going for. They're a compact, like, sporty car. And if you like that thing, you probably like these cars. But I think that the proportions look so off when you compare them to like a regular Audi. Like an Audi S4, in my opinion, it just looks better. It just does. That's just my personal take. I think there's like a good line for Audis. Like, I think the Audi S6 is a little bit too long. The Audi RS3 is a little bit too short. I think the S4s, S5s are right there, perfect, right in the middle. I think that size is perfect for them. The Audi RS3 does have a good personality though, so it doesn't really matter. Coming in at 8th place, however, is going to be going to the Alfa Romeo 4C. Dude, when this car first got launched and like released to the world, I was a wee little lad. I was probably, I don't know when it came out, but probably like around 13 years old if I had to guess, maybe. I don't know. And I loved them. When they first came out, I was so excited, especially because I liked the 8C Competizione already. Like, I already liked that car a lot. I thought it was really cool. And then the 4C, I thought just looked better. And I do still agree with that statement, actually. I do think the 4C looks better than the 8C. But in person, they're just not as, like, sporty as you would think. It's almost like a Lotus lease situation where they're so small. Like, they are, like, you already kind of know that based on pictures and video games or medias or whatever. You could tell that they're small cars, but in person they look even smaller than they actually like look in pictures. And again, I just think it's just not my style. Just not my style. 7th place, however, we just talked about a Lotus, but not the Lotus lease. The Lotus lease is one of those cars that actually like are the opposite of this. They look like kind of boring in pictures, but look really good in person. But it's Lotus Emira. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it, but it was so boring. When I saw one of these cars, it was a bright baby blue color, and so I was like, it caught my eye, and it does look obviously better than like a regular car on the road. But man, for what it is, I was so disappointed. This car looked like so freaking boring. It's just like, not much going on. And at the end of the day, that makes sense. It's like a Grand Tour, you know what I mean? It's not supposed to be like a race car with like a ton of aero or whatever. And I appreciate it for staying in its lane in that aspect and everything. But this is just like one of those cars where it's like, when I saw it, I just picture old men driving it. I don't picture somebody like me driving it. And that's coming from somebody who likes the SC300 and the LS400. Like, I like some old man cars. I think they can look good, but this one just, I don't know, just didn't scratch that itch. Oh, by the way, guys, we are absolutely going to do the opposite of this video, the cars that look boring in pictures but good in person, after this one. So if you guys have any recommendations for that video, by all means, leave them in the comments below. That one's going to be hard because there are, like, pretty much all the cars that you could think of look boring in pictures but good in person, in my opinion. Either way, coming in at 6th place is the BMW i8. Yeah, it just, I mean, obviously. I think the problem is because in a lot of the pictures you see, in a lot of the media you see, they show pictures of the front end of the BMW i8, and they never show the rear end. And there's a reason for that. The rear end is horribly ugly. It's just, in my opinion at least, I think the rear ends of the BMW i8s are disgustingly ugly. I think the fronts look awesome and aggressive, but the rears look horrible. And all the pictures you see, I feel like most people would probably agree with that, because again, all they show is the front ends of these cars. And so when you see it in person and you're taken aback by the rear end of it, it kind of looks horrible. The car just doesn't flow well. Like, I feel like the front end is so much more aggressive than the rear. Coming in at 5th place, this was going to hurt some feelings as well, because this is another car that's getting a lot of praise. And listen, for a, like, that's another thing I should have mentioned in the intro. I'm not saying these cars are bad. I'm just saying they don't look great. Like, this car is a good car. It's an incredible car, but I don't think it looks incredible. The Hyundai Elantra N. I think the Hyundai Elantra N, obviously it's a little bit more sporty than the base model Elantras, but that's where the differences really stop, in my opinion. And a lot of the times when car companies come out with like a performance-oriented version of an economy car, for example, like a BMW M3 or a Honda Civic Type R, they make the freaking fenders and quarter panels wider to fit bigger tires because the car's going to have a lot more power. But the Hyundai Elantra N didn't do that. And so, like, yeah, it has like a nicer spoiler, a nicer lip, nicer skirts, nicer diffuser, and it does look better than a base model Elantra, but it still, at the end of the day, does just look like an Elantra. Like, there's just not anything super special about the looks of these cars. But that's not really why you buy an Elantra N. I understand the Elantra N is a track car and is really, really fun for a front-wheel drive car in 2025, and I love seeing cars like this. Freaking, have you guys seen the new Genesis cars that they're coming out with? Holy smokes, those things look absolutely incredible. I don't know what got into Korea's water, but they have been making some sick cars recently, and this is one of them for sure. It just looks wise. I'm not a fan of it. 4th place also is probably going to make some people mad. This entire list is going to make some people mad. I don't know how, like, I didn't know how to, like, really make it without making people mad, but, like, it's just personal opinion, man. 4th place is a Dodge Challenger Hellcat. Yeah, one of the most popular cars in the world right now. Easily, everybody, even outside of the car community, enjoys a Challenger Hellcat. They've gotten, like, a little bit of a bad rep within the car community recently. Like, people are, like, bashing on them. But I think that's just because they're popular. A lot of the times that happens. People, like, a car becomes popular and people like to hate on it. Because they are really cool cars for what they're trying to do, and they absolutely nailed it. Just straight line performance, they nailed that. But looks-wise, they did not nail that. I think I get what they were going for, and I think if you're a really classic muscle car fan, you'll probably enjoy the Challenger's looks, because it does look like a modern version of a classic muscle car, just a big box, you know what I mean? But I personally, I think the classic Challengers, I think the classic muscle cars look 10 times better than this, and it fits that era a lot better. Like, the Challenger Hellcat, with all the modern features but still being a box, I feel like just doesn't look that great. Coming in at 3rd place, yeah. I don't know if this is going to be a hot take or not, because it's the Audi TT. The Audi TT is such an interesting car. Some people love it in the car community, and then some people just don't even care about it, and then there are some people that absolutely hate it. I'm one of those people right in the middle there, where I just don't really care about it. I always just kind of forget the Audi TT exists, even though it's a pretty good car. It's arguably just like a better GTI if you really think about it. But looks-wise, there's just something weird about these things, man. They look like bubbles. They look like chodes or something. I don't like them. They look like they got squished from the front and back. And I've never been a big fan of the Audi TTs. By far, my favorite is the newest generation. I don't remember what it's called, but I think it's the 3rd gen at this point. That's easily my favorite one, but even that one, the only one that's really cool is a TT RS, and that's just because, I mean, so freaking aggressive. Like, any car with that much aero on it would probably look pretty good, but this one just, I don't know. Audi TTs are such weird looking cars. They look like blobs. Coming in at 2nd place, man. Oh, I'm not a new car hater, I promise. Like, for example, the Mark V Supra, when that car came out, loved it. I still to this day love it. Every time I see a Mark V Supra, I think it's a gorgeous looking car. I think there are a lot of new cars that are really good looking, but 2nd place is going to the Nissan 400Z, or the Nissan ZRZ34, whatever you want to call it. I call it the 400Z. I know it's not how you're supposed to pronounce it, but whatever. I think the main problem with the 400Z is, again, it's just freaking boring, man. It's just boring. I appreciate what they were going for, trying to do a throwback to the 240Zs, 260Zs, and 280Zs. I appreciate that. And honestly, for a modern car, trying to do a throwback to those cars, it did nail it. Like, let's be honest. Like, it does look like a modern version of a 260 or 240 or 280Z. I think they did really good with that in that aspect. I just think that the idea was a bad idea. I don't think it worked out. I think it could have looked a whole lot better is all I'm trying to say. And that's coming from a certified Z glazer, by the way. I want to make that crystal clear in case you're new here. Yeah, I love Zs. I had a 350Z. I want one again so freaking bad. I love 370Zs, 300ZXs. Love them. But the 400Z, I just think it's weak. Honorable mention, though, is the Lamborghini Urus. Really, this is like the any sport SUV category, but specifically the Urus, because the Urus is obviously the one that gets, like, it's probably the most popular, probably the most, like, praised and the most, like, high-class sport SUV, and I think it's so freaking unbelievably boring. Like, yeah, it's cooler than, like, a Chevy Equinox, but it's not, I'm not foaming at the mouth when I see a Urus. I'd 10,000 times over rather to see a Huracan, rather to see a pre-facelift Gallardo even. Like, there's just, every Lamborghini supercar is so much cooler than the Urus in my opinion. But coming in at first place, easily, in my opinion, I don't even really think it's close. This is like the car that made me think of this list actually. Easily the car that looks really cool in pictures, but then just so freaking bad in person. It's the Chevy Corvette C8. I despise the looks of the C8, man. I really do. I thought for sure it would grow on me. I thought it would have the opposite effect, because when it first came out, I really didn't like it that much. And I was like, oh, but just give it some time. People will start modifying it. It'll start to look more aggressive, and there will definitely be some better looking C8s out there. But now that people have started modifying it, if anything, I like it less, because now I'm starting to realize there's really not much you can do to these things to make them look any different. And they don't ever look any better. Like, the C8 Corvette, in my opinion, is just not a good looking car. It just looks weird. It literally looks like a Ferrari and a Corvette, a C7 Corvette, had a baby, but that didn't end up working out. Like, I just think this was maybe they were like brother and sister or something, because the baby doesn't look right. I think the C7 is significantly better looking. The C6 is significantly better. The C5 is significantly better. I like Corvettes having that long, narrow hood holding a V8 underneath it with a shorter rear end that's like squared off at the back. I like that. That's the Corvette design, and this is just not that design. I don't hate the car. I think it's a great car, obviously, especially like the ZR1X. That thing is a demon. But in terms of looks, yeah, I've never been a big fan. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's video of the top 10 cars that look good in pictures but boring in person. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. Let me know what reviews I see in the comment section down below. Check the links in the description for any of my other social medias or any of my other YouTube channels or any of that great stuff. And I will be leaving a comment down below with my new YouTube channel where I'll be uploading gameplay videos. So if you're interested in watching me play some random video games, it'll be down there in the comments. Either way, like I said, guys, tomorrow's video is probably going to be the opposite of this. So the top 10 cars that look boring in pictures but really cool in person. So if you guys are interested in leaving a comment down below on a car that you think should make that list, I would absolutely appreciate it. I already have like a bunch of ideas, and I could easily write out that script right now just off my own top of my noggin. But there are so many cars that look boring in pictures but good in person, and I'm excited to see what you guys have to say about it. So yeah, if you guys are interested in doing that, the comments are public. Okay, the comments are public. And also, again, I just want to make it crystal clear, guys. I don't think I don't hate your car just because it's on this list. You know what I mean? Like, just because I don't think it looks great doesn't mean I automatically... Like, the Audi RS3 is a great bang for your buck performance car. The 4C is probably one of the most fun modern sports cars out there right now. It's like a modern Lotus, at least. There are Lotus Emira, like, that's a good car. The Elantra N is incredible. The Challenger Hellcat's great at what it wants to do. The Audi TT is great at what it wants to do. Like, these cars are good cars. I just don't like how they look. Okay, so I'm not trying to offend anybody here with this video. Whenever you make any sort of negative video, obviously people are going to get offended. But I just wanted to apologize, I guess. Also, I feel like there was something I wanted to say. What was it I was talking about, man? I forget. There was a part during this video where I was talking about something, and then I completely forgot what it was. Like, now, like, I was like, oh wait, I should probably not start yapping this much about this because... Oh yeah, that's right, the freaking... Those new Genesis cars. Have you guys seen those things? The Genesis Magnas or whatever they're called? There's like a wide body wagon Genesis car, and then they have a side exit exhaust saloon made by Genesis, and then they're also coming out with a like supercar, like a full-blown, I don't know, like 1,000-something horsepower supercar as well. I don't know what is going on, but Korean car companies, Kia and Hyundai primarily, and Genesis now, are absolutely nailing the freaking competition right now. It's I thought it, like, when I saw it, I thought about it, and I was like, this is exactly what we wanted Japanese car brands to do for like the last 15 years. Like we wanted them to make a really good comeback and start putting effort into making cars again, and they never did it. But now Hyundai and Kia are like, it's insane. I'm super excited about to see them. Like Kia is still like kind of just doing front wheel drive stuff, but still they're making some cool stuff. And Hyundai is the big one. Hyundai is absolutely freaking nailing the competition right now. I mean, they're just doing incredible, especially with the launch of those Genesis things. If you guys haven't seen them, go look them up. They are so cool. Just type in Genesis Magna. They're awesome looking cars. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Das Vidania, and have a nice night. I'm going to try to stop yapping in the intros more. Let me know if you guys think I'm doing good on that or doing worse on that. I feel like I actually did pretty bad today. Yesterday I think I did pretty good. Our last upload, I think I did pretty good. I think the intro was only like a minute long, but today it went back to like a minute and a half. So I'm trying my best, but sometimes I just start saying things that don't matter. Like I did not have to mention how the comments are going to have my new channel in it, because I knew I was going to mention it already at the end of the video, but for some reason I mentioned it anyways in the beginning. It's just man. I don't know, I freaking yap all the time. It sucks. But anyways, I'm gonna lock in on that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Das Vidania, and have a nice night.